Hello and welcome back to another reaction in my Halloween 2024 reactions. Today I will be reacting to The Thing from 1982, which is actually a remake of a movie from, I think, the 50s, called A Thing from Another World. This is a John Carpenter classic at this point. Though interestingly enough, I do know some trivia on this movie despite never having seen it before. It was a movie that he directed, and financially it kind of flopped, and I think critically it did at first as well. And the studio just kind of was like, oh, well, that means John Carpenter's not reliable as a director. And he was originally supposed to direct 1984's Firestarter, and he had a bunch of plans and like different people he was workshopping to write the script and figuring that all out. And then they took it away from him because this movie didn't do well. And he was replaced with Mark Lester for Firestarter. And it ironically took another Stephen King adaptation to get him a little bit more notoriety again and get him to kind of get his career back, because like he had done independent and then doing a studio film that didn't work out, and then kind of he needed work. Basically, he needed Christine. And I'm still, to this day, wondering what a John Carpenter Firestarter would have looked like. No offense to the director of that movie, but I think it could have used a little more style. But it is what it is, and now it is one of the most critically acclaimed and beloved, like, classic horror movies ever. People love The Thing, so, you know, what do studios know? Anywho, so let's get into it. I should change my lighting, probably. Get out of the way of the helicopter, buddy. Are you serious? He's gonna shoot the dog? It's a husky! What the fuck? Oh, this looks cozy. Do you need ice? Not surrounded by it enough? You can do it, buddy. You're almost there. Leave the dog alone. Oh my god, why is it that big a deal? Are you serious? What? Dumbass! You took the pen out!
George, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Are you?
Yeah, what's going on there?
Yeah, maybe you could pour some alcohol on that wound right there, where that works too. Ooh.
Oh, come on. 4 stitches, barely grazed you.
Shit, Doc, I'll give you the lift. No problem. Forget it, Palmer. Hey, thanks for thinking about it, though.
I'm glad you considered your options. So they've all killed each other and gone insane. Yeah, it seems like they all killed each other. The dog goes running away. Maybe the dog was here. They're like, if you're running, we gotta get you too. Oh my. Oh god. And more dead bodies? Huh?
What is that?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Is that a man in there or something?
It's like a fetus. Like a charred one.
They burn it up. Help me find a shovel, Doc.
Keep cutting back to the dog watching. Is the dog a monster, or am I supposed to just be paranoid about the dog the whole time and it's a misdirect? Oh boy.
Start an autopsy right away.
The last horror movie I saw where they're like, let's dissect this thing. What could go wrong? It was Alien. Oh my god. The two heads are fused together? What? Yeah. Hi. I smelled roasted meat. Can't be so bad out there. You get to smoke a blunt and you got a lot of VHSs. What? What? Oh my god! Oh my gosh, they gotta bite him through to get out. Oh. Yeah, you could come there a little sooner. Come on. And then of course they have to walk as slowly as possible to come look at what's happening. So yeah, I gotta get out of here! Yeah, get out of there, buddies. All of you that made it. Come on. It doesn't look like too many of the poor babies got out, but...
What is this? What's going on? Hey, Palmer, what is it?
I don't know.
Mac wants the flamethrower.
Mac wants to what? What's that? Now move!
Oh, okay. Well, time to stop watching. Jesus. Oh! 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 You... Oh! You shot the wrong dog. Ugh, Jesus. Holy shit, that is impressive though. Oh. Also, I apologize if you're hearing any thumping sounds. They're replacing the carpet and flooring of my upstairs neighbors. No. I can understand why they were trying to shoot it now.
Oh my god.
They knew what I did not.
Finish what?
Finish imitating these dogs.
Oh, poor doggies. Oh. Especially that one that could have been saved but got shot in the fucking chest.
Easy.
Is he saved? Along with the others, the 2 or 3 that got out? Oh, you're helping him. Good. I'm very upset.
What was the dog doing in the rec room?
I don't know. It's just wandering around camp.
Being a dog.
Saying to me
Imitating
the
what a
wasn't
dog
put
would
in
do,
the
just
kennel
wandering
until last
about.
night?
Right.
You think you're bored.
What the hell are you looking at me like that for?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. It's probably nothing.
This is it. The place where they're spending most of their time.
Pretty nasty out, Mac. 35 knots.
Screw it, I'm gonna go up anyway.
And they dig it up out of the ice.
Yes, Gary, they dig it up, they cart it back. It gets thawed out, wakes up, probably not in the best of moods. I don't know
Yeah,
what
one of those things you shouldn't be messing with.
Drawers in the kitchen trash can. Huh? But now I want my kitchen clean, all right?
Ew.
Germ-free.
Are you gonna kill yourself? Or are you gonna shoot the one that you think is infected?
Remains. They're not dead yet.
Come on, it was freaky stuff that you saw. You saw with your own eyes. After that, I wouldn't discount anything. Ah! No, no. The sweet and sour sauce got sprayed everywhere. Oh, man.
Go get them. Come on.
McCready, I know Bennings. I've known him for 10 years. He's my friend.
It was...
Gotta burn the rest of them.
Oh, God. Get rid of those cells, but we still have one more under a blanket.
The lab, there is nothing left.
Where's Blair?
Still locked away. We're out here confirming his fears. Oh.
I'll kill him. Just leave it here.
He smashed up some of the chopper pretty good.
He got most of the chopper and the tractor. And he's killed the rest of the dogs.
No.
Gary, wait a minute. Childs.
Oh, God, he's losing it.
Talk to him.
And you're all trapped in there. It's gonna be a pressure cooker.
I'll kill you.
I don't know if this is the way to solve the problem, though. Like, you gotta calm your ass down. Oh! That was a very loud punch. You gotta calm down.
Good shot, McCready.
Good shot. You really knocked that old man unconscious.
How you doing, old boy?
It's like, I've been better.
I don't know who to trust.
Imitation? How would you know if it was really me?
Well, I guess the answer is one of you has to shoot all the others. But you have to know for sure you're not imitation.
Well, blood. I suppose if there's a reaction, we'd know who isn't human.
We've got whole blood in storage.
We should start working on that. Keep an eye on the closet.
Bring out the alien or demon or whatever we want to call it.
I suppose somebody could have lifted it off me.
Oh,
That's
come on. That key ring of yours is always hooked to your belt.
Some people are good at pickpocketing.
Bullshit!
Why would he come here and take it to no?
Why would he point out them? Where are you going? Are you just getting scared? Or...
I'll take it.
Hell, you will. There should be somebody a little more even-tempered, Childs.
Someone who's a functional alcoholic like me. I would find it hard to let anyone be in charge and give orders like that, because what if the person giving orders is...
Let me do it.
Feels weird to see a shot that close up
If none of
from
us
that
make
angle.
it, at least there'll be some kind of record.
Only eat out of cans.
All right.
No contaminating.
Windows.
Mm.
I ain't going with her. I'll go with Child.
Hey, fuck you, Palmer!
I'm going with you.
Who says I want you going with me? All right, cut the bullshit!
Blair, have you seen Fuchs?
Oh.
I don't want to stay out here anymore. I want to come back inside.
Oh my gosh. I think you'll need him.
We'll see.
But also, like, be a little bit more quick on your deciding, though, because I'd rather he didn't hang himself.
I'm all right. I'm much.
It's gonna be the person, like, that everyone least suspects. And just completely shard him down in a matter of seconds.
Hey! All of you, come here!
Oh! What's going on? You were in pain when you were taking your stuff off, too.
Guys were missing, and Winters, where were you?
Hey, Palmer, I told you to shut the fuck up! Know when the lights went out! That's what it was! To pit us against each other!
A wiggling handle.
Let's open it. Hell no.
Come on, man, I'm in it. It's cool, McCready. It's cool, man. Come on.
Yeah, man, just relax.
Let's just all take a deep breath here.
Here we go.
Oh, he's been in really bad pain.
Oh, you sweethearts are about to have yourselves a little lynching party, huh? No, I just have to put an end to you on Johnny Principles.
Okay, now you're acting just like he was.
The jury that anybody could have got.
I do think it's someone who was out to frame him, though, putting his clothes out there.
Clear.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I really was shocked. That was not timing I expected. Oh, the iconic. I wondered if that's why I was wondering if it was him. I was like, it kind of looks like his face. I've seen that elongated neck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my. These effects, Jesus. Incredible. No. Ew. Ew. We gotta kill that part. Are those penises on his neck? What the fuck? Oh, it's antennas. It's behind you! Say something!
Fucking kidding.
Oh my god.
Windows. You and Palmer, tie everybody down real tight.
What for?
For your health.
Come on, let's rush him. He's not gonna blow us all up.
Yeah. I'm not so sure about that.
No, wait a minute.
I mean, you probably shouldn't
Let's
say
do
your
it,
plan
Max.
to rush someone right in front of them.
I mean,
Or your
you
idea.
wasted an hour
It's not really much of a
quick, didn't you?
plan.
That's close enough, Clark.
Which makes you a murderer, don't it?
Palmer now.
Well, I kind of already knew that, considering it was pretty clear he was just trying to cut him because he was afraid he was going to kill someone else. Oh!
Get away from me.
Run! Oh my god! Get a little closer! I don't know! What the oh no! Yeah, someone do something! He's not the only one who had a weapon. Oh, these poor men! They are tied to a chair. Oh man. Well, finally. Oh my god. And now he's flat. So we have one more round.
I'd rather not spend the rest of this winter tied to this fucking couch!
I don't blame you. Oh boy. We're not quite done yet.
Not with him. Brennan.
Well, I'm sure he would, considering...
Blair's been busy out here all by himself.
This had to have been started long before, I'd assume.
What is it? Something he's been making.
It's a ship of some kind.
I'm gonna be honest, watching this, there's a couple of them that I got kind of mixed up with each other. I thought Blair and the doc who got his arms bitten off were the same person. So I was so confused.
Any place but here.
The lighting here is beautiful.
What can we do? What can we do?
Whether we make it or not, we can't let the thing freeze again.
Yeah, well, it'll just keep spreading to other people.
Around here.
We'll just be passing it on to the next person who found it. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god, like gum, like silly putty. Oh, poor Gary. Time to throw it. Oh, stop motion. Oh my. Oh, look, the baby sticking out the side.
Fuck you too!
There's a lot of dynamite just hanging around in the 80s that you could use for movies. Oh, all right. Left a little ambiguous as to whether or not there was a little bit left. Yes, Wilford Brimley. Well, I'll say at the very least, at least it wasn't his diabetes that did him in the end. Okay, so that movie was pretty amazing. As far as all the effects are phenomenal. Great practical effects, which were also very gross at times, but mostly pretty amazing. I have to say, I think it might be the best John Carpenter movie I've seen, and it's hard to say. I still think I like Into the Mouth of Madness a little bit better, just because it's the first one I ever saw, and, well, ever actually, like, sat through, because I remember I saw bits of Christine on TV as a kid, and it freaked me out that a car was possessed, or, well, whatever Christine is. So the actual first John Carpenter movie I ever saw was Into the Mouth of Madness, and I was in a literature class at my college, and it was the very first day. We didn't even go over syllabus or anything, and, like, we just came into the class, and he started the movie, and I was like, there's no warning or anything, and I was like, I don't know if I have to, like, jump and up and leave and run out of this class if it's too freaky. But then the premise was just so interesting, and I know I have now seen 2 parts of the Apocalypse trilogy, having seen The Thing now. I've also seen Halloween, The Fog, and They Live. So, The Fog is pretty great, and of course Halloween's iconic, but I think as far as, like, story and overall scope, Into the Mouth of Madness and The Thing are the 2 favorites of mine, and they feel kind of like the strongest, in my personal opinion. I really liked that the film was kind of an example of like a pressure cooker of paranoia, and of course there is the right to be paranoid because the Thing is among them, but at the same time it starts to make them question everything everyone else does, and they have their biases come out against who they think it would be, and they immediately react in negative ways towards that person. And a lot of the time it turned out it wasn't even that person who had the Thing inside of them. It was just their own biases coming out, and that paranoia pressure cooker of, we're all stuck in here, we can't leave because then we're letting the Thing out. And also we're in the Antarctic, so it kind of becomes more and more tense, and everyone is losing their minds. And I think it's a great example of watching how people would actually react in that kind of situation. Like, there's no stupid decisions just for the sake of story. Like, any decisions you may deem stupid, you can't understand why they made them in hindsight. Oh my goodness. Yeah. The characters didn't react just like, oh, let's go do this stupid thing for the sake of doing a stupid thing, like you would see in some of the more stereotypical tropes of horror that we criticize. Like, everything that they did was done for a true story reason other than just convenience. Kurt Russell's character... Yeah, Kurt Russell's character of Mac was, I think, a great lead, in the sense of you sort of get this idea that he's a bit of a loner and kind of aloof at times, but intelligent, calm, kind of a smartass. So he is logically the one that you would think he can keep a good head on his shoulders to lead. And of course he starts to go a bit crazy like everyone else, but he still comes up with a solid plan for figuring out who the Thing is in order to eliminate it. Too bad he he didn't get that flamethrower working a little bit more quickly, but and it also is a good example of showing how people can go crazy in those situations, because even someone as calm as him started getting really intense, and you can't exactly blame him. But I appreciated that throughout it he always kept his wits about him and made good calls. Like, I personally really would have taken sympathy on Blair a lot sooner, but it's good that he didn't, because as it turns out, Blair was also the Thing and was down there building a spaceship. So he was able to not necessarily turn his back on him and be cruel, but he had to be just cold about the situation, no pun intended, because if Blair did go a bit crazy again like he did when he was smashing everything up, or he was the Thing, then they would all be screwed. So he made sure he put him in a situation where he was likely as safe as he could make him without putting the others in danger. But great performances all around by everyone. Keith David, he was great, even though he didn't have a 15-minute hand-to-hand fist fighting scene with Roddy Piper. That's the only thing that it brings this movie down, is that wasn't in there. But great performances. If something were to happen like that, like an alien coming to Earth and duplicating itself by using someone's DNA, I certainly think that's how people would behave. Incredible effects, incredible cinematography. It all felt very real and tangible. Just a fantastic film. I can see why it's so praised, and it's really unfortunate that it didn't do better commercially and critically. And it was like the studio had dropped him and was like, John Carpenter's not a good director because the thing's not a good movie. And I think that probably came, I would guess, from the fact that the 80s sort of, this was 82, it hadn't, I don't know, it was probably the idea of like how a lot of people felt horror movies had become quite cynical throughout the 70s, and then into the 80s they were about to start on the big glut of slasher franchises and everything, and how much more graphic horror movies had become compared to their counterparts. Like, this was a remake of A Thing from Another World, which is also based on a novella, and obviously the original wasn't going to be nearly as graphic in its effects work as this. So I think there was probably this idea of, it's just, this is a cynical movie, it's nihilistic, it's gross for the sake of being gross, and it feels soulless as compared to now, where there's this reevaluation about what the movie was trying to say about paranoia. Like, we were still in the midst of the Cold War going on for as long as it had, and this kind of pointing fingers of McCarthyism and just culture wars and just everything going on in the world, and being able to slip that into a really well executed sci-fi / horror plot. I think they maybe were missing the point at the time and just saw it as, well, like I said, cynical and being just gross and graphic and disturbing for the sake of it, when I don't believe that that was the intention of anyone making it. But I suppose if John Carpenter had stayed at that studio, then he would have had a very different career, and he may not have made some of the movies that he did along the way. And in some cases, some people might say, well, there's a lot of movies I wish he hadn't made, but there's still a lot that he made after this that were very good. So it's hard to say what would have happened if this movie had been a big hit, but in hindsight, does that really matter? Because people are constantly praising it now. So I think this is definitely one of the best ones I've watched for Halloween. I haven't gotten as many done as I hoped to this month, but I'm really glad to have gotten this one in, because I think this is pretty special, especially for a first-time watch. But I'm very excited for the next movie reaction. But until next time, I'm Madam Arm. See ya.